folks, we're back again with one of our videos to highlight our new product, ARGO. Premier Trailer is happy to be the new area dealer for southwestern New Brunswick, St. Stephen, St. John, Sussex, Fredericton up to Woodstock, that whole triangle. And we're here today to show you the ARGO Avenger. We've just got this in, and it's a fantastic product. We're going to highlight a little bit of the unit itself and some of the specs and features, and then we're going to drive around a little bit and show you why an ARGO might make sense for you. This is the Avenger 8x8S. This one is, it actually comes with the 30 horsepower Kohler motor, which is fuel injected. Nice compact motor. It looks like it's really tight to work on, but the back panel is removable, so it's easily worked on from the back side. I think there is a little bit of room around here to work on the front part, all kinds of room in the back to work on the transmissions. This particular model, it does have headlights as we walk around. It has the larger tires and the aluminum rims. Now the advantage of these aluminum rims on the Avenger is that you can handle a lower pressure in the tires. So right now the tires are pumped up to a pressure of about 3 or 3.5 pounds. You can go down to 1.5 pounds on these and not have them blow off the wheel unless you had a bad incident with a rock or a stump. However, it will seal up, unlike some of the other the Frontier wheels. I've purposely left them at 3 pounds or 3.5 pounds because I wanted to see how smooth it was. And to be honest, since it is an 8x8, it is smooth. I mean, the fact that the axles don't have suspension on them, the suspension comes from the tires, you know, I'm very comfortable driving that. They say that the top speed on this unit in the books is 20 miles per hour. I know I've had that booked at about 25, 26 miles an hour so far on just flat terrain. You know, you don't want to do that over bumpy terrain. You know, people say all the time that there's other units out there that can go faster, but they don't have the utility of this vehicle. And really, when you get up to 20 miles per hour on a lot of the terrain that we all travel on, that's it anyways. You're probably not going to go a whole lot faster. Some other things that are nice about this are the seat. It gives you extra padding. I don't know if you can see how much I'm pushing down, but I'm a big guy, and it's still, that seat doesn't squish right down. It's still suspended enough that I can get a little bit of suspension off of that. Between that and the tires, it's very comfortable. The backrest gives you nice support, easily accessible to the battery box and the little storage compartment underneath the seat. The fuel tank, if you can see here, is see-through, so you can actually visually inspect the fuel front to back. And at the back side of it, you can see the gauge. The back seats, now there's some different options, but these seats are the standard seats for it. You can put 2 up front and 4 in the back, so 2 facing each way. You see the kids, when we brought them across the water, they're very comfortable in all kinds of room, and they had that's the maximum actually that you can put in it is 4 people. Now, if you had maybe 2 more small children like them, you could put 1 or 2 more weight-wise, because I think the weight in the water is a little bit higher than what all 4 of us is. But you know, people-wise, it's strictly a 4-person unit in the water. It is a 6-person unit on the road. Now, if we go back up front on the passenger side, so everything's inverted. Driver's side is on the right. On the passenger side, you have the grab bar. On this unit, you have the USB chargers and the traditional cigarette lighter type charger. 2 drink holders on this side as well. And since the camera's already there, you can see the floor tray for servicing and working on these units pops right out, and you can see the chains and the gears underneath. And in the back compartment, same thing. There's a nice tray, so cleaning these out becomes very, very easy. As you can see from us driving around here on the video, we ended up getting it kind of muddy, but when we're ready to clean it, these come right out. Everything is very easily taken out and cleaned up. The outside, obviously, you can just hose it down and it cleans up very nicely. On this side over here we have our fuel reservoir. That's where our filler tube is. We move up to the handbrake. So you should, on any kind of an incline, this wasn't much of an incline, but you should use your handbrake, and it's probably not a bad idea to get using it even when you're parking it on flat ground, because it keeps that cable moving and doesn't get you in a situation where the cable seizes from lack of use. This is your dash screen. I'll start it up here in a few minutes and you'll be able to see the different functions, but it's nice and clear, very visible. If anything happens to it, it's very easy to take that off and repair or replace. Here's your shift for forward, neutral, and reverse. There's 3 different types of transmissions. This is just it. There's no high-low on this knob here, just forward, neutral, and reverse. Here's your high-low shifter up top. Now, there's some different features of the high and low other than just speed and torque that I'll talk about in a little bit. There's the headlight knob, or button, sorry. And if it had a windshield on it, which windshields, this is optioned, it can be optioned with a full enclosure, a windshield, the cab, everything. And windshield wipers, and if there was a windshield wiper, this would be the windshield wiper button. And if you come around the front, I hope the camera can pick this up, you can see that it has a tub. So this is your tub that provides the rigidity, and there's a little bit of metal inside to do that as well. Here's a guard, and that encloses the bottom part of the tub. That also, it's designed not necessarily to keep the water out. What that's designed for is making anything that you hit, it gives it a little bit more support. And then of course the vents on the side and the top are for airflow to help it cool. Alright, a few nice features on this model is that they have the front hooks so that you can haul those guys that are in the side-by-sides that didn't opt to go up to the Argo. When they get stuck in the snow and the muck, you can haul them out with those hooks, easily accessible to put your strap on. Like I mentioned earlier, this model has the aluminum wheels and the wider tires. The wider tires give you a little bit better flotation, they give you a little bit more thrust in the water as well. Come around the back side. From the back we can see that it comes with a tow-ready hitch. And I think the towing capacity of this model is 1,800 pounds. You'll also see off the 2 sides, either side of the hitch, you'll see a couple plugs removable. So if you get water on the inside, if it was left out overnight, easy to drain that out. Just make sure you put those plugs back in before you go for a bath. On the back of the backrest, there's a couple of handles there for passengers on the back as well, just to kind of hang on to. So another nice feature is that it comes with this step, which makes it easy to mount, whether you put it here for the drivers or here for the passengers, and that comes with the unit. Also optional, we talked about the optional cab. I mean, you can get the cab, the heater, the windshield. You can get a boat motor for the back of it. You can get a winch and a winch post for the front of it. Another really popular feature for these, and most people that use these all seasons will get this option, and that's the tracks. The track system improves flotation drastically in the snow and the muck. I mean, these things, they're beasts. They are 8 wheels, but all 8 wheels drive. So when we came up out of the water, you'll notice there's a little bit of a hill, and we went up there on purpose to show you how easy and smooth that was when it gripped. You put tracks on that, and if that was muck coming across there, and there was actually a little bit of muck coming up out of the water, but if it was serious muck, the tracks, there's I believe 13-inch and 18-inch tracks. You put the 18-inch tracks on this, and it'll give you some very good flotation on that kind of muck. In the wintertime, it turns into a fantastic all-season unit, because in the wintertime, it reduces your pounds. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think it's somewhere around, it's less than a pound per square inch pressure on the snow. It gives you a fantastic opportunity to get off trail, and that's why a lot of people will use these as rescue units as well, because they are for season. Snow, ice, muck, dirt, it doesn't really matter. You don't need to have a trail system in order to use these. Although, you know, a trail system can be fun, you know, these excel when the trail is not there or when the trail is in rough condition.
The ARGO is a very popular unit for hunting and fishing. Obviously, you can access pretty much any trail that's out there, even trails that aren't out there. It's very capable of making its own way through the woods. Also, you don't need a boat dock or a boat ramp to launch it. All you need is land and the water, and basically you cruise right in with the ARGO.
So, like Kevin said, besides hunting and fishing for hard to access places, really popular uses for the ARGO. There's all kinds of industrial uses, mining, fishing, property management, people that have many acres to look after. The tourism industry has caught on with these units because they are so unique. There's ARGO rentals out there and ARGO tours. Outfitters. I was talking to a gentleman recently that said that he was away on a hunting trip for moose, and they were on a 5-hour journey off-road, and they took a bunch of them in via ARGO, and he said that was part of the experience. They actually got their first moose before they got to the hunting camp. You know, municipalities use these for fire and rescue, disaster. The uses go on and on and on. I mean, they're a good, reliable vehicle, and as far as trying to emanate this, there's not a lot of vehicles out there that can do what the ARGO does, and that's what makes them so specific and so usable, is that they're so versatile. You know, the speed is respectable, but that's not what you're not out necessarily sporting around trying to do donuts on these things. You're trying to use these for a specific purpose, and there's nothing like them when it comes to meeting those purposes. So I'm going to start the machine up and show you a few maneuvers. I'm going to use it in high and low. I'm going to show you what, not necessarily what capable of for speeds, but you know what you can expect for speeds, and then obviously in high gear. And then I'm going to show you a maneuver in low that makes low a very unique feature on this for both water and land. So when we start it up, because it's an EFI unit, I'm going to let the pump on. Shift knob and forward. That was only about 21, 22 miles an hour. The brake calmed me down very quickly, but really you didn't even have to use the brake because it would stop, not abruptly, but fairly smooth as long as there was nothing, no emergencies. But if you do have an emergency, you have the brake to help bring it down quite quickly. Now that was in high gear. I want to demonstrate the differences between high and low in turning. So when you're in high gear, the wheels turn, the traction, you have the traction on, so that if you turn this way, for example, you're going to see me turn. This side will not turn, this side has all the power, and thus it just takes me around on a semicircle like this. Try that first. So you can see the circumference of that circle. The inner tire is probably about 10 feet apart, so I need 14 feet in order to turn this. It's not too bad, somewhat respectable, but you know, you can do better. So now we're going to try this in low gear. So as you can see in low gear, the turning radius is drastically reduced. I mean, we sell 0 turns, and it's probably roughly about the turning radius of a 0 turn when we put it in low gear. Now, I'm just going to do a couple maneuvers over bumpy areas. You've seen us, we came out of the water, go off a little bit of a bump. I can't tell you how easy this 8x8 makes that, so the maneuvers aren't near as risky or dangerous as you might think. I'm going to go over some rough terrain that would bounce around other type UTVs quite a bit, and this 8x8 smooths it out very nicely. We're trying to make videos on all of our trailers, so stay tuned and please check out our website often, premiertraileratlantic.ca.
And remember, at Premier Trailer, we're a fully licensed garage, so we can do servicing both on enclosed and open place trailers.
And for parts and many trailers, we can often arrange shipping throughout Atlantic Canada at low or minimal cost. Thank you for watching our video.